Namaskaram, girls. How you come to know the news has happened in the other countries? Through the technology. So you have the technology. Through the technology, we comes to know that what has happened around us or not in other country also. Okay. So this is the one. Now we have the technology. So we have. When the technology was not there, how they will identify? Through the evidence. So through the evidence they can they can know about the surroundings, what has happened. Yes, girls. So when the earth has formed, when the human has come to the world, that only the lesson. Okay, evolution of humans and society in the prehistoric period. In the 6th standard, you might have learned that the history is divided into two: ancient, medieval, and modern. Before this ancient, was there prehistoric. So prehistoric period before the ancient period. In that period, we have, what are the periods we have? We will see that later. Okay, we are in the age of technology, and to get the knowledge and all, we have the technology. So we have the development of the process of cognition among the human ancestors is the prehistoric age. That is ancestors. Ancestors means முன்னோர்கள். So முன்னோர்கள் இருந்த காலம், it is called as a prehistoric. So slowly they have developed. Development has come. So now we are in the modern period. Okay, girls. Prehistoric people, they were the pioneers of creative knowledge. So from the artifacts and language they developed. Okay, this is about the introductions for the prehistoric period. Next, origin of the earth and geological ages. The history of human is closely related to the history of the earth. So this earth contains geological, archaeological, biological. In the upper layers. So they are reconstructing the history of the earth, various living organisms, the fossil bones of the human ancestors are on the earth's layer. Paleontologists and archaeologists, they are excavating the soil and rock on the earth, and they are extracting the evidence about the human ancestors. So these layers and the fossil are scientifically dated to the various stages. So humans are in the various stages and prehistoric. So the evidence to understand the evolution of human history and the development of the chronological order. Paleontology is the study of human ancestors. Okay, girls, and the evolution, the evolution of the human fossil remains. These are the studying of the human. Paleontologist. When you come for archaeology, it is the study of human past. They will analyze interpretations of material, whatever remains in the period. Okay, this is a paleontologist and a archaeologist. The earth has formed 4.54 billion years ago. That is 4,500 billion years ago. So at the time the growth of organisms, let it be the plants or animals, slowly the evolution of the man. So the span for the earth is divided into era, period, epoch. Okay, girls. So the earth was formed approximately 4,500 billion years ago. The period was divided into era, epoch by the geologists. 1 billion equal to 100 crore, 1 million equal to 10 lakh. Australopithecines. It was the apes which was related to the modern human. Okay, so apes and the humans are close related. Okay, girls. Australopithecines, it was a ape that human was closely related to that. Next, when you come for the human inquiries into the past and the origin of the world, in the age of speculations, how the earth was developing, how the human is developing. Okay, girls. So human first, he was a mom. He doesn't know anything. Later on, he started to understand, as well as he started to explain about the universe, how the course of evolution, human becomes conscious and knowledgeable. They turned curious and asked questions about the nature and around him also. So they started to worship the nature first. Then they worshipped sun, moon, and they started to develop their own understanding. The lack of scientific knowledge to create is reflected ancient writings, religious writings, all this one. Scientific foundation of geology, biology and archaeology. So how the foundation has created by the geology, biology and archaeology. So the history begins in Greeks only. The first person is Herodotus. The period of Herodotus was 484 to 425 BC. He was called as a father of history. So how the from the archaeological museums we can comes to know about how the ancestors are lived in the period. And development of geology, stratigraphy. Stratigraphy is the study of origin, natural relationship of rock soil layers. Darwin's theory of biological evolution and discovery of human fossil bones, animals, stone tools, everything. Then last one is scripts. So through this we can know the development, that is foundation for the geology, biology and archaeology. So there was a museum, oldest museum, Enigaldi Nana, which is in Mesopotamia in 530 BC. Next, Capitoline Museum, which is in Italy in 1471. Ashmolean Museum, which is in the Oxford University in 1677 AD. So the human origin has concept given by the Herbert Spencer and Darwin theory. Darwin wrote a book on the origin of species in 1859 and descent of men in 1871. And natural selection, this can be adapted to the environment to survive. And survival of the fittest, these are the many copies for the next generations. Fossil, the prehistoric human or plants that turns into rock by the chemical process or physical process. Then Stone Age was used. Bronze Age, they started to know about the metallurgy, metals. Then Iron Age, they started to smelted the iron to produce the implements. And in the 19th century, so they started to use the advanced technology. So how the human's life have developed, that is one we have come to know that. Next we will see how the human evolution and how he started to migrate. Okay, thank you girls.